So one document that addresses protecting assets from long-term care costs and keeping things out of probate is an irrevocable trust. We call it an irrevocable Medicaid asset protection trust. So when people are talking about nursing home costs and how to avoid those nursing home costs depleting your life savings or your legacy, one of the goals is we want to make our clients eligible for Medicaid to pay nursing home costs sooner rather than later, or spending is, not spending all their life savings. So I'm going to real quick run through what I mean when I talk about Medicaid. There's a couple rules that a lot of this won't make sense unless we talk about. So when you're in a nursing home, a Medicaid program we've all been paying into our whole earning lives, they will pay long-term care costs, but there's really 4 criteria you have to meet. 1, you have to require the care in a nursing home, which that's easy. Nobody would be in a nursing home if they didn't need that care. 2, you have to have income lower than the cost of the nursing home. That's also pretty easy, with a nursing home being $400 or $500 a day or 20 grand a month. Not many people are bringing that in their retirement age where they may need nursing home care. 3, you have to show that you haven't made gifts or transfers for less than fair market value within the last 5 years. That's a big one. And 4, you have to show that your resources are at or below the allowances set forth by Medicaid. Currently in 2022, it's $16,000 for a single person, or $16,800 for a single person, and up to about $134,000 for community spouse, and $16,800 for the spouse in the nursing home. There's a bunch of other things that go into that, but for the purposes of talking about trust, I think those are the big ones to think about. So when we're talking about a Medicaid asset protection trust, we're saying we want to separate mom or dad from their assets on paper and have that in place for more than 5 years, so that should they ever require long-term care or nursing home care, if they apply for Medicaid and the Department of Social Services looks at their financial activity for the last 5 years, they will have moved money out of their name into this trust more than 5 years ago. And all a trust is it's an agreement between the grantor, the person putting money into the trust and setting up the terms of the document, and the trustee, the person who is tasked with managing the trust during the life of the grantor and at their death.